In today's tutorial, we're going to change this lit horse into this lit horse. Let's begin. What we've got here is we've got a simple unicorn, the horse model I downloaded from Polyhaven. Link below if you wish to actually download this model. And we've got a cube down here, and the room is just a simple box which is 3 meters tall by 5 by 5 or something like that, I believe. Oh, maybe not, but you get the idea. So I've set my camera up so it's actually looking at this horse, and we'll just give it a spin now just to see what we've got. So this is just basic lighting. So we're going to improve the lighting, and we're going to use Gobos to do this. The Gobos I will attach I'll attach a link below, so you can freely download these if you wish to follow along. So what we've got here is we've got our horse, and it's quite a good topology horse. So let's start. If we go into render mode, as you can see, the lighting is quite flat. So what we'll do first is we're going to add some lights. Show you what we'll do. We'll add a mesh. We'll add a light, and we'll make it an area light. Now these area lights I'm going to keep square, and so just let me up in the air, you'll see it actually go up in the air. Right, I'm going to rotate this towards the wall, so rotate on the Y by 90. So it's actually facing the wall. We'll move it closer to the wall, so G and Y, oh no, is it X? G and X, and we're moving our light towards the wall, so it's just actually on it. And G and Y, I'm just going to move it down, just down there, and as you can see, it's now already backlighting our image. And if I take the actual spread down to 0, then we've got this kind of effect. So like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to add a gobo to this. A gobo is an image that adds light to an image, and what you can do, you can actually use an image texture for this. So I've got my image texture. I've made thousands of these, and I probably should sell them, but I haven't yet. If I do, I'll put a link below. And as you can see, I've got all sorts of windows down here just to give it that little bit of realism. So let's just go down. I think I want something with a blind on it, and there's the original pictures as well. Or just right then, let's have a look. Or just a normal window with blinds. Let's go for this one. Right. So as you can see, my image is the wrong way up. It's just some trees, and I'm just going to rotate this round. Rotate on the Z by 90 probably. 90, just so we've got the right orientation, and then you can move it on your wall to your heart's content just until it's in the right place. So G and Y, I'm just going to move it, and G and X, just move it into place, just there. And the intensity and brightness of this light can actually be altered. Go into the shading tab, and it's already added these, so you can actually make, oops, let's just look through the camera. As you can see, we've just got a simple light there that looks remarkably like it's a window. So we can actually increase the brightness or decrease it just to give that kind of effect. And of course, if you want to take it out of focus, like it's coming off the back wall, what you can do is actually change the spread, and as you can see, it comes out of focus just like that. So let's just take the spread down to 0, because I just want to mimic a window behind the horse. So already you gain a bit more interest in the lighting of our scene. So let's just add a little more detail. What I'm going to do is, doesn't look much like a window at the minute, but it's actually highlighting the actual points on our scene. And if we actually get rid of the area light above us, X, just to actually see, As you can see, it's picking out bits of the horse on the background, just like that. You see them? And then just Z just to undo that, just because we want a little bit more lighting on our scene. So we've got one window, so I'll call that back window, BACK, W for window. So you've got the back window, and what you can do, take the light. I think I might put some kind of arch in here, so let's just have a look at this. So let's just add in another light, or you can actually just duplicate this light. So let's take the back window, Shift and D to duplicate, and press enter, and then we're going to rotate it on the Z by 90. G, just to move it back there, and then rotate it by Z by 180 because I'm not facing the wall. Rotate Z 180, and as you can see, already our scene is becoming more interesting. I know this is the same picture that we've got there, so you can actually change the actual picture to another picture. But this time we'll do it to an arch. So click on this, and let's find an arch I like of a similar nature. Yeah, I'll go for that one. So as you can see, we've got the lighting hitting from the back, hitting from the front, and what you can do is we can actually move a fill light into the area just to actually make better lighting. Let's just have a look how that looks rendered at the minute, and as you can see, already the light is improving because we've got light coming in from the back and we've got light coming in from the side. So next what we can do is we can actually duplicate this again, but this time we're going to make it face our model. So let's just hide our cube just to do this. So select the cube and just hide it. Of course that will get rid of those lights, but what we're going to do is then duplicate this again. Shift and D and G just to move it round here, and I'm going to just make it face our unicorn. Add constraint, track 2, and we'll do it to the unicorn, the horse statue, like that. And as you can see, that's now added the window to this, and we can actually move it round and take it slightly out of focus as well, just so it gives it that more realistic look. So already we're getting a different kind of lighting effect. Might be a little bit too bright, so you can actually decrease its brightness like that, and take it down a little bit more because this is acting like a fill light. But as you can see, because we've added these this Gobo to it, it now actually highlights the face of the horse. Another thing you can do, Alt H, just to hide the cube, look through the camera. We can go into the cube by selecting it, press the tab, and we can add a bit of realism to things. So what I'm doing is Control and R just to add a loop cut. Select this line here, Control and R. We'll add a loop cut, and I'm just getting it to that side of the window. I'm going to do another one on the other side, like this. One on the top. One on the bottom. And what we can do is we can actually take this face, extrude it along the normals, and take it back like that, and we've made ourselves a window frame just to give that little bit more reality to our image, and we can do the same with the arch as well. Now there's not a lot of light there on the unicorn's head, so what other things you can do is add fill lights to actually highlight different sections. But as you can see, this is now picking out more light on our scene, and if we select our light, what we can do is actually change the colour, give it a more evening look. Same with the other light, change the colour, and then with this final light that's looking at our unicorn, we can change the colour of that, so you can actually just enhance your horse. So let's have a look at that. F12, and as you can see, we've got a good lighting. I'm just going to add this quick arch to here as well, just like that. One on that side, one on the other side. Control R, one just under the actual window, and then select this face. Extrude along normals, just to give the impression that it's an arch cut inside. There we go. And increasing the brightness on that one will actually highlight this. And I'm not particularly struck on the actual colour on this one up here or its positioning, so I'm just going to move it G until it's in a better place for my liking. Or you can actually take this off, which is that, because it's looking at the horse base, we can take that off like that and then rotate it freely. Rotate on the Y, rotate on the Z, so you can actually position your light exactly how you want for your project shots, just like that. So we've got this scene created. I think it's a bit better than the actual other ones, but you can actually spend hours on lighting, and I'm not keen on the colour either, so I'm just going to change that colour back to a white colour because it's a white horse. So let's just go back onto here, back into brilliant white, F12 just to actually render it. I've got a bit of distortion there where something's casting a shadow I'm not particularly liking, but let's just actually give it a spin and see what it looks like. Let's just render this out into another animation, and we do that by simply going on here. I've already got it down as unicorn. I'm going to call it unicorn 2. It's set to video, and I'm just going to render this out now, and this will take some time. Render animation, and as you can see, the actual Gobo lighting will cast lights into our scene, and it just adds that bit of realism and colour to any scene. And as the horse spins, of course, because the lights are static, they'll cast different shadows. You can also use moving gobos in that you can use animations. So it could be firelight, like from the TV. It's like there's something wrong with that horse. Is there an hole in its head? Another thing you can do, if you don't want to actually use a gobo, what you could do is actually add in a noise texture. So if we go into here and just put noise, what you can do is go into this, take the spread down to 0, and we've got a noise texture like that. Increase the size. And then, because I've added a simple point light in front, you have to experiment with the lighting, but I've just added this simple point light here just to highlight things. And if we look through our camera, we'll just actually run this through an animation and just see what it actually looks like. So. Thank you for watching this tutorial. If you found it useful, please subscribe, leave a comment, and if I do sell the actual Gobos, I'll put a link below. Bye for now.